Here we go. Sorry, I'm running a tiny bit behind today. I just ran out of. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I was late. All right, let me go post this over on the website. Our website is mammothgardens.com. And what we have there is a daily every weekday we get together, play harmonica for half an hour, and then we also have a page with all of the videos from all of the lessons we've ever done. There are 300 and some now. And then we also have a harmonica library with a bunch of stuff on there, where we keep all the sheet music, obviously. And then we also have a beginner section, information you need to know on how to get started right. So I'd say overall it's a lovely place to go visit. Let's tell you about what's going on today. First I'm going to put this up on Twitter. What is it? Mammothgardens.com. There's that. And today we're using the Brush Your Teeth logo. So part of our Get Started Correctly program. And, in addition to having harmonica, we're also, a great resource for your dentist. We play harmonica kit is good for you, right? Builds your lung capacity, makes you more musical, makes you smarter. Probably not too many people in your life are aching to hear you play your harmonica, but we're eventually going to talk them into joining us as well. Linda's in. She says the sound and video are good. The problem with the sound and video is I'm in it, but other than that, we're doing great. 65 degrees with rain today. Sandy's having a nice day. Yeah, I've had kind of a hot summer up there in Michigan, upper Michigan. Vic is in. Sunny up in Eugene, Oregon, mid-80s. That's what it's supposed to be. That's a normal day in the summer up there. Let's see, Linda says Vancouver is 86, sunny, humid, no wind, but the fan is on. The fan is on. I know. You guys have gotten killed this summer, it seems like. Although it felt like last summer was pretty rough as well. So I am glad you have purchased a fan. Oh gosh, what are we going to do with this thing? All right, let's talk about the plan for the day. Hi Diane, good sound and picture, yay. The plan is, well, let's see, I don't know how hot it was out today. Not too bad. Let me tell you, Denver is sunny. I would say pretty close to a perfect day today here. Let me tell you, I don't even know what temperature it was out there. I just got home. 88 degrees. So maybe on a bit on the warm side, but I guess you spend most of the day in class, you don't notice. Today we are playing Simple Gifts is our Wednesday opener, and then Tom Dooley and Try to Remember on Diatonic, and Ash Grove and Ashokan Farewell on Chromatic. So let's start by grabbing Simple Gifts and seeing how that goes. And it's a play it 2 times through like always, and we have a 3-beat count in. And we blow 6, and Gary will try not to go too fast. I like to play this one really, really fast for some reason. Let's see. Marianne made it in. Beautiful day in Colorado. It is a beautiful day in Colorado. It's really beautiful out there. And Linda is in. It's 83 in Laguna Beach. Somehow I feel like Linda's 83 in Laguna trumps my 88 in Colorado. There's just something about, hey, check it in from Laguna. I win. All right, let's play Simple Gifts. Yeah, it's interesting. Vic just posted, "Hey, it's good. Lucky me for getting to spend all day in class." It turns out I don't know whether music school is just way harder than my first degree, or if just being old makes it hard. But it is hard work. These young people, and of course, I'm not even taking a full load this semester. I couldn't keep up last year, so I have dialed back the number of hours that I'm taking. And yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. But boy, oh boy, I'm having to work my little brains out. So uh, yeah, it feels like I'm constantly just racing against time. But I do. It is wonderful. Yeah. Uh, Marcia made it in late out kayaking. You guys are living your lives, man. That's wonderful. Okay, let's get going. Simple gifts from the top, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3. Beep. I love that song. Lovely. Simple Gifts. I don't know why I like it so much. Okay, I probably say that every time we're finished. I'm like, man, I don't know why I like that song so much. All right, that's Wednesday. Let's get our Wednesday started correctly. All right, now let's go play Tom Dooley. Tom Dooley I hate as a song, but it's actually really a lovely melody. I wish we could change the words. I think we would get arrested if we tried, but it's just such a dumb idea to write about the murderer than the murderee. And I'm sure that I bring this up every single time. But anyway, let's talk about... There's nothing to talk about in this song. Blow 6, 3 times through. And the last time through, I made myself a note, play a high chord. as Tom goes off to heaven. All right. 4-beat count in 3 times through, and then I'll see at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put low chord as the thing to end with. Low chord. Low chord. Wham. Alright, there's Tom Dooley. He's fine. He's dead. Yeah, apparently he really did do that too. Although there was a lot of conversation on the web about that he was a first sensationalized murder trial and all this stuff, and there was all sorts of press and people from all over came around to hear whether he had done it or not, and there was apparently all sorts of other things going on there. Anyway, make the story about the poor young girl, right? All right, let's go. Let's do tenting tonight. I said try to remember. I meant tenting tonight. We skipped tenting tonight yesterday because I wasn't up for it. Today I'm ready for it. So let's go do that one. Tenting tonight. Tenting on the old campground. Let's see. Oh, you lost the video and sound for a bit? Am I back? It says I have an excellent connection. Me too. And got an ad. Hey, we're gonna interrupt this important harmonica lesson we're in the middle of, so that we can sell you some whatever it is they're selling. The video's back to being good. Okay, good. That's weird. All right. Well, probably they heard my playing and they're like, "Really, guys, you should probably just go look at something else." Tenting on the old campground. We always wish it was about camping. It's not. It's about dying in the Civil War. I like to do it 2 times through, and that always feels like plenty. You blow 6 and 2 times through, and then just be aware it's really highly pitched, on our instrument. So if you want to make this sound better, obviously go grab your G harmonica, play the same tab. It'll sound a little bit better. And it's really set up in 3 pieces. So there's the first 8 measures, the second 8 measures, and the third 8 measures. So you get 3 songs for the price of 1. And okay, good. I'm glad I'm okay now. All right, let's do this. Trying to think of if there's musically, again, not a ton of stuff here. 1/8 notes mixed in with quarter notes. You got to pay a little bit of attention to that. But in terms of just stuff to really dig into, just not a ton here, right? And I need to put guitar chords on here, not ukulele chords. So hold on one second. Let me make myself a note. Guitar chords. I am in the process of trying to update everything so it's all consistent. Don made it in. Oh, good, Don. Thanks for stopping in and listening to that. That was fun. We had, those of you guys who don't know, we had all of the ukulele players that wanted to, here in town, come and do a performance of some kind. I always think that no matter what instrument you're on, it's good to get in front of people once in a while and play. It's super scary and super annoying, and there's all these things you don't have that make it less fun than you wish it would. But the main reason you do it is because you need to get better as a musician, and one of those things that you have to do is play in front of people. And it's almost like you will go in and you're like, yep, I totally know how to play this song, and then they put three people, your relatives, right in front of you, and all of a sudden you can't play at all. And so I think the more often that you talk yourself into that this is a good thing to do, the better it is. And that's for all instruments, for harmonica and for ukulele and for guitar, bassoon, whatever. Over at school, we have a thing where everybody who's a performance major is required to play in front of the whole music department on a regular basis. And yeah, it's never particularly it's not something you relish doing. I think some people really love getting up in front of other people and playing, but for the most part, people are like, oh, I just got to get through this. So it was fun. I'm glad you checked in, Don. That was great, and I know several of you others were there as well. Just people getting up who decided they'd start playing music at a later stage in their lives, and a couple of them have been playing a long time, but mostly it was people that are just starting out music, doing the best they can. It was fun. All right, tenting tonight, 2 times through. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Measure 13, please. Let me try that again. I don't know why I went with a different note. I was like, nah, I don't want to play that note. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. apologize. I said 8, and I'm like, no, I should definitely be lower. And no, Gary, it's supposed to be an 8. That's why it says 8. Just do what it says. Stop questioning authority. All right, there's Tinting on the Old Campground. Isn't that lovely? It's a really, if you don't read the words, that's a really lovely melody. All right, enough for Diatonic for today. Let's grab Chromatics. And it's not in the box. It's sitting right here. I always have to work my slide. This thing has gotten where it's real sticky. I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart and do a real proper cleaning of it. But, you know me, who knows when I'll get it done. All right, yesterday we did As Time Goes By. Let's go do Ash Grove. Whoops, come here. Ash Grove, Ash Grove. Yeah, the other night, it's funny that this comes up this week. The other night, at the ukulele group, a couple of them did this song, and they thought the words were hilarious. And they thought, oh, I had just changed them for harmonic or for ukulele, and I'm like, well, I also changed them for harmonica too. All right. I have no notes on my thing at all, other than to add the word chromatic in front of it. So, all right, let's do. You redo it as written, right? We do everything. So play down to measure 8. By the way, my cat was snuggling with me, and I feel like I have cat hair all over my face. So if you see cat hair on my face, don't look at my face, right? You're looking at the sheet music. 1 through 8, come back to the top. 1 through 7, jump to the second ending. That's at measure 9. You're going to play down to 17. Then that's where you get the DSL coda. So then at measure 17, you jump all the way back to measure 1, which has the segno. That's the DS part. And then you play to the coda, which is at the end of 7, and that's the hard one to remember, because you don't want to finish out, or you'll end up crazy. When you get to the coda at the end of measure 7, the third time through, you jump to the end of the song, and so you only have 4 notes at the end of the song. So you want to make that jump cool, like you see it coming up, and you're like, all right, 3, 5, minus 4, turn the page, get your eyes over there, so you can have this big dramatic finish. There's another song I love to death. Here we go. 2-beat count-in, as written, blow 3. Cool. I was watching some videos the other night, just random chromatic harmonica videos, and one of them was a symphonic thing, and the soloist had a harmonica, and she was doing her thing, and did a nice job, obviously. But the weird part was I think that the conductor was mad even having to give her this harmonica thing, because he barely noted, he barely paid. Usually when you have a soloist, the conductor just goes all out to really make a big deal out of the soloist. And you could tell, you couldn't tell, but it appeared like, I don't really think this is real, you know. And even though and at the end of the song, he doesn't turn to her and thank her or anything. She just goes and sits back down, which is really sad. But she's played well. I was particularly interested in what she's doing with how she holds the harmonica. As you can figure out, the diatonic, we definitely create that sound chamber, and we keep that harmonica basically almost hidden from the audience, right? Because we're so busy creating a sound chamber with it. But the chromatic's too big for that, and so it's got to stick out the bottom here. You can still get a pretty nice sound chamber, and you can still get a little bit of vibrato going, and you want to do that. You really do want to try to do that as much as possible. Because if you're just playing it like this and, you know, sticking the button in when it goes, you're not taking full advantage of the instruments, and you're missing out on a chance to have some prettier tones. And so I thought what was fascinating is, yeah, there were plenty of places where, you know, she had to go up and, you know, run the button for a little while, and then there was no sound chamber. But as soon as she could get back into good position, you know, you have to get to it, obviously. All right, Ashokan Farewell. When we first started this was one of the hardest songs that we had played at all. And now when it shows up, I'm just like, yay, finally we get to play something good. Now it's pitched pretty low, lots of -1s at ones and -1s. That gives you a chance to work on this end of the chromatic harmonica, which is the harder end. And things up here are not quite as difficult, but down here, you're getting clean, pretty tones is super challenging. And so this is a song that gives you a chance to work on that, the second half of the song anyway. Remember, this song is set up to be played really 4 times through, and so we don't really want to do that. That's way too long. We play the top twice and the bottom once. And if you were going to play the whole song, you'd play the top twice, the bottom once, then you go back and play the top twice, and then you play the bottom once again. But if we're only playing it technically 1 time through, which is what we're going to do, we're going to skip 26 and 27. So we're going to play the top twice and then the bottom once. You're going to skip 26 and 27 and go directly to 28. Okay? And again, when you see that the long note at the last note, usually the harmonica player is going to play a whole note there, well, in this case, 3 notes. It's set up for you to play 6. You're unlikely to play that unless you're doing solo work. If you're working with a guitarist or a pianist or a ukulele player or a harpist or whoever, they're going to be looking at you, when's this note done so I can put in this big beautiful G chord at the end. And so you would tend not to draw that out if you're in an ensemble. All right, draw 5, 2-beat counting, draw 5, twice on the top, once on the bottom, and we're good. 1, 2. So probably tend to cut that note off a little bit early and wait for the guitarist. Beautiful. Love that song. All right, so we've played everything once this week. Tomorrow we'll just see what we can get through. Tomorrow's Shenandoah Day, and then we will play for sure. Try to remember, and as time goes by, and then we'll get to the other ones. We probably will play. I don't know what we'll play. We'll see how the mood strikes us tomorrow. And guys, anytime you want to play a particular song, in particular, but yeah. Cut out 2 more times. Goodness, I wonder what's going on with the video. That's crazy. I haven't had it cut out before. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully the video will figure itself out by tomorrow. And those of you with guitar, I got to go update the guitar website. So I'm going to go do that now. And what's on there right now is wrong. So I will go fix that up. And I'll see you guys at 6. And the rest of you, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.